Hey everybody, Will here, TDC Plays, and today we're going to do something special. We're going to play one of my favorite games from my childhood, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. So me and Kiki, we recently did a mass recording session, and we actually ran out of time, so we're actually a little behind on recording sessions, and we needed to fill the time. So I decided I'd share one of my favorite games from my childhood with you guys, Zelda 2. And it's definitely kind of the redheaded stepchild of the entire franchise. For those of you not familiar with the original Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, these are some old games. I think Zelda 2 here came out in like 1987. And Zelda 1 is a lot more like what you're probably familiar with when it comes to Zelda. Collecting items, raiding into dungeons, and, progressing to save the princess and whatnot. And there's some similarities here with Zelda 2, but Zelda 2 kind of was made in an era where gaming companies didn't feel beholden to the previous title, so they did a lot of experimentation. And like, for example, this Zelda game has a level up system with experience, which is unheard of in any other Zelda game ever made. You don't really collect items. You do, but they have a passive effect. They're not items that you actually use. All the combat in this game is swordplay and magic, which magic is also kind of unusual. Most Zelda's Link isn't like casting spells like a wizard. Well, in this one he is. So this Zelda catches a lot of hate, but I think it's kind of unwarranted. I think this is actually an amazing game. I think it was really well crafted. I think the combat system is like an amazing endeavor, especially for coming out in like 1987. But you can decide for yourself. Let's go through an adventure. We're gonna save the princess again. So let's do it. So let's see here. Oh, might have to make some changes. Let me see here. Machine input port 1. Oh, that needs to be on pad 3. And we're going. Alright, so as you can see, I did a test run earlier, but I don't think I did anything, so we're going to go ahead and just start with that game. So one of the best things about this game is it's got an amazing soundtrack. I love all the music in this game. So this game has random encounters that you meet on the world map, and you go into this weird side-scrolling mode. And as a kid, I thought this game was awesome. I still do. This game's incredible. But yeah, it was definitely a departure from the original Zelda, which was a top-down, classic 2D Zelda game. The first game's amazing. But this one decided to do some experimentation, and I think it paid off. I think the thing that causes this game to suffer is the fact that it has the name Zelda in it. It's so unlike other Zelda games, in fact, that as a kid when I played this game, I didn't even realize that it was a sequel to the original Zelda, which I had played, by the way. I think on the game cartridge, the words Zelda 2 were kind of so small, I just never noticed them. To me, this was always just The Adventures of Link. So there's locations on the map like this, and it transports you to a side-scroller world like this. Now, this game's kind of infamous, not just for the differences between it and the other Zeldas, the other games in the franchise, but because of its difficulty level. This game is notorious for being difficult. So you just leveled up here. So when you level up, basically you have 3 stats that level. Your attack stat, which is obviously your attack damage, your magic, which actually doesn't increase your MP or the potency of your magic, it decreases the cost of spells. And then life actually doesn't increase your HP, if you will, or your life bar, it increases your defense. So we're going to increase our defense right now. There are other ways to increase both HP and MP, which we'll come across when we come across. But as I was saying, this game is notoriously difficult. And I think I read somewhere that said that the reason this game ended up being so difficult was that it didn't really have playtesters. This was kind of made back in a day where there wasn't really a separate playtest group at a software company. It was playtested by the developers, and they playtested it so often for so long that they got notoriously good at the game, so they kept increasing the difficulty. And the end result was a game that was incredibly hard. This is the hardest game that I've ever managed to beat completely on my own. So we're in a town here, and I need to find someone who's going to give me the shield spell. So let me see. Is this her? Please let me help you. Come. Okay, let's see. Nope, this is a lady who heals you. So there's a lady in this town that'll give me a shield spell, so I need to find her. But this was a pretty innovative addition to the Zelda line, was towns with NPCs that you could talk to and explore. This was really cool. So, yeah, like I was saying, this is the hardest game I've ever actually managed to beat, and I never beat it as a kid. I used to play it like crazy, but I never managed to beat it. It was just too difficult. But I did manage to beat it. I think I was in my late teens. I must have been like 19 or 20 or so. Went to a friend's house, just fired it up. We started playing, and next thing you knew, the whole day was dedicated to it. We managed to beat it. It was a pretty big moment for me. And Parappa doesn't use this magic, just 5. Okay, so that's the shield spell. It costs 32 magic, so that's some arbitrary amount, I'm not sure. But the way you cast it is you select it in your start menu, and then while you're here in the side-scrolling world, you just press select, and now we have a shield, which is the red tunic in this game. As you can see, it costs about half our magic to cast shield, and it only lasts for the screen that you're on, which is a pretty important thing to remember. Because, yeah, combat is, again, extraordinarily difficult in this game. I don't think there's anything in here. Some child. Get candle in Parappa Palace. Go west. Now, this was actually a mistranslation. Parappa Palace is actually in the east, which is just another thing to make this already difficult game very difficult, was when the NPCs that are designed to give you instructions are accidentally giving you the wrong instructions. It's not great. But yeah, I'm not using a guide or anything. I'm going off memory, and we're gonna play a couple hours. We're gonna see how it goes, and yeah, if you guys want to see more, I'll make more of these. Maybe we'll beat the whole game. I gotta go to the other town though, because I gotta heal my magic. So there's another town, which doesn't have anything for me right now, but since I use magic, I kind of gotta heal. And then we'll go and there's a couple locations I'm going to head to. Actually, one, and then we're going to head to the first dungeon, which the dungeons in this game are called palaces. And I think there's 6 of them. Might be wrong, there might be 7, but I think there's 6 palaces. The storyline here is that Zelda fell into a sleep, and the shadow of Ganon is starting to creep over the land. And you have to go to the 6 palaces and place like these magic crystals in their altars or whatever, and then it unlocks the path to the Great Palace, which is the final dungeon, which holds the Shadow of Ganon, and no spoilers, but the final boss and all that. And by doing this, you awaken Zelda from her deep sleep. There we go, we gotta go through this cave system. So, an example of the items in this game, you'll notice how this cave is like really dark, there's no background and everything's blue. There's an item that you can get called the candle. It's actually the first item we're gonna get in the first palace, which changes caves so that they're lit up and you can see enemies. That's the major thing, is there are enemies in this cave and you cannot see them without the candle. So that's kind of how items work in this game. They're all just like passive stuff like that. So there should be some enemies around here. It's down here. There it is. Gotcha. Is there another one? Yeah, we're good. Alright, so the palace is kind of up and to the right, but before that there's a location down here we're going to go first. And so yeah, there are all kinds of squares that have no indicator that there's something special that you walk onto, and it's an entire zone you have to get through. So, get used to that. I do know where a lot of them are. It's been years since I played this game, so I don't have it completely memorized, but we're just gonna go off memory for now, and if I hit a road bump, we'll cross that road when we get there. Okay. So these hearts here actually increase your life bar. I want to kill this guy for his XP. Oh, dang it. So your shield in this game, it works, and depending on, like, if I'm standing, it's protecting my upper half. If I do that, it protects my lower half. And so you can actually use it to protect you against projectiles. It's just been a while. So these bubbles I'm avoiding, yeah, they're like acid bubbles, they hurt. So, fun fact, if you get one of those random counters, like I just did right now, while you're on like a path, the path terrain, there are no enemies. But if I get attacked while I'm out here on the sandy area, there will be enemies I'll have to defeat. But we got to the palace. So here's the first dungeon. So another departure from the Zelda series is none of the dungeons have maps, which is actually kind of annoying because they're kind of confusing labyrinths. But this one's relatively easy, so shouldn't be too hard. Definitely want to try and level up though, because this game's difficulty is ridiculous. Right. So I got a key. Actually, it's not even any use to me, actually. Damn it. So in this game, you're gifted 3 lives. I think it's the same in Zelda 1. It's been a while since I've played Zelda 1, so I don't quite remember, but 3 lives, and then it's game over, and then it starts you all the way back to the palace. But whatever like major events you've done will be generally saved. Okay, so we might spend some time on this goal thing. Maybe not. Never mind. We got too many randos rolling into the freaking fight. Ah, that's annoying. Oh boy. Okay, I just need a little bit more and I'll get my level up. Oh no, no, oof, 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 oof. Ooh, okay, alright. That's a problem actually. Let's see. Handle like this. Got it. Got the level up. Oh, it's gonna be my magic. That's not useful. But I don't know if I'll survive long enough to get another level up, so I'll take it. Oh boy. Let's see here. Okay, just making sure the audio is still recording. Okay, oof. Terrified of everything, just diving on in. Oh no. There we go. Oof, that got me. So do I keep my EXP? Okay, I do, so that's good to know. I couldn't remember if when you die you lose all your EXP or not. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to kill one of these guys, because these glowing skull things, they grant you 50 EXP, but they are difficult to kill because they take like 50 slices or something to kill. So I just need to get one in the right location and I could freeze it. Gosh dang it. Oh. And okay, this is the one. This is the one, got it. So I just got to do this like a million times and then I'll get a nice sweet 50 EXP. So it's super worth it to do this at the low levels. At the higher levels, it really stops being worth spending your time on these. Die, you son of a... bitch. I swear these things do die. I know this is taking forever. There it goes. Alright, cool, so that's a nice boost towards my next level up. Gosh, so many places to go. Okay, I'll save that fairy for later. Fairies, of course, give you full heal, like any other Zelda game. Oh, gosh dang it. That was supposed to be a slice. We got one key. Oof, okay. This is a difficult enemy, but I just gotta get in. There we go. Got it! Oh my god, 1 EXP from level up. There we go, level up. Alright. Oh, it's life again? Okay, I'll take it. Okay, so the next one should be my attack stat. That's annoying because that's such a useful stat to have leveled up. Okay, so these are dark nuts, and they're generally the toughest type of enemy in the game. These orange ones are the easiest version to kill. Later on, they start getting laser swords and a bunch of other bullshit, and they're really fucking annoying. Get over here. One-eyed monstrosity. I was trying to avoid that. Another dark nut. So yeah, the key to killing these guys is the jumping slice. Oof. Gotcha. Oh my god, one more Dark Knight and I can level up again. That'd be sweet. Okay, I think that's the final boss that way, so I'm actually gonna go this way because I still need to get the item. And so, yeah. I don't remember what respawning's like in this game, so I don't know if the enemies I all killed will come back, but if they do, that's fine. I still got a fairy for healing. Yeah, but for those of you who are Smash Brothers fans, you'll probably recognize this music. It's the music from the Great Temple level, from all the way since Melee. Oof. I need to start using my shield. Yeah, this is the game that this music originated from. I'm gonna use my shield. Oh shit. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna kill this thing and get some EXP. No I'm not. Never mind. I lied. Oh my god, there's another one. Jesus. It's my nightmare. Okay. Alright, I got you. Yeah! Alright. And this is by far the easiest palace, and I'm already struggling. Gosh, it's been so long since I played this game. So yeah, if any of you are out there are really into like old school games, retro games, like old NES era stuff, but you've never given this one a shot, I highly recommend it. I feel like this game definitely stands the test of time a little bit more than a lot of the other games from the same era. I just think the combat actually feels pretty fluid. It's really shocking. Like I didn't really appreciate it as a kid, but yeah, for again the era this came out in, the combat feels wonderful, even if it's difficult. Oh boy. Yeah, that's no pressure. Oof, did it. Oof. Damn slimes. Not enough magic from a shield either. Come on, buddy. I think there's a dark note. Yeah, there he is. No, please, mercy, dear God, no, this is how I die. God damn it. Okay. Turn on the shield spell. Jesus. That's frustrating. I wanted the EXP. Alright, first item, the candle, which is definitely necessary. Hard to do pretty much anything in this game without it. Time to face the boss. These ones are a little too lively for my liking. Here we go. Damn you. Wasting my time, wasting my... Okay, I'm out of here. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. Magic, please? No? Okay. Okay, there's a fair around the corner, so I'm not too concerned about my life right now. If I get too low, I'll just hang to the right. Come on. Give me your sweet, sweet EXP. Fuck it. Yeah, so it looks like enemies don't respawn, so I'm not too worried about that. Could use some magic, though. See if there's any locations out here giving me magic. Oh. Damn it. Nope. Come on, buddy. No. Yes! Alright. Alright, that way I can shield for the boss. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Took my hand away from the controller for a second. Yeah, later on you get the up sword thrust and the downward thrust. That those moves originated from this game. Okay, here we go. It's boss time. This boss, his name is Horsehead. Same jumping tactics are the way to defeat him. By far the easiest boss, though. Die. Come on. Oof, he got me. Motherfucker. We got this. Got him. And with that, we have completed the first palace in under 30 minutes, I might say. Or I'd like to say. Oh yeah, every time you beat a palace, you get an automatic level up. So also, when you beat a palace and you've gotten its items, the palace freezes like that, or it petrifies, I guess I should say. And you can never re-enter it again. So that palace is completed 100%. So now that we got the candle, you'll see the difference in the caves in just a second. So there we go, it's all glowing and wonderful. And you can see enemies. And since half the locations in this game are caves, yeah, without the candle it's pretty much not gonna happen. So first I'm going to go back to town, and then there's a couple cave locations that have some nice items for us that we need. Actually, I'm a full life. I don't need to be here. Never mind, off to the caves. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I'm an extraordinarily big Zelda fan. I actually have a Zelda tattoo on my wrist with a Triforce. I just grew up playing Zelda. Zelda 1, in fact, is the first video game I ever laid my hands on. I must have been 4 years old. I used to go to my grandfather's house, and he had a Nintendo system, and he had the game Legend of Zelda, which every time I would go over there, just play obsessively for hours on end. I don't think I got my hands on this game until I was probably 7 or 8. An uncle of mine had an NES system with games and whatnot. I guess he was getting rid of it. I'm not sure why he got rid of them, but he just kind of gathered them all up and brought them over to my place and gave it to me and my sister. So with it came this game, and yeah, again at the time didn't even realize these games were related, but I played the heck out of this game as well. Annoying. Okay, so I just grabbed an item. I think that was the trophy, and so there's a NPC in the next town here actually wants that trophy, and we'll get something cool for it. I think we'll get a spell. I think it's the jump spell, which just makes it so we can jump twice as high. Town of Ruto. So you'll notice something about the names of the towns in this game, especially if you played Ocarina of Time. The towns in this game are all, or I guess I should say the sages from Ocarina of Time are all named after towns from this game. So Ruto being Princess Ruto from Ocarina of Time, Sage of the Water Temple. Let's see what's in here. And you'll find that like a lot of the towns are named like Impa or Rauru. There's a lot of different town names. Oh, this guy. Yeah, that's nothing. Let's see. There's a lady. Is this the lady? You saved the trophy. Come see my uncle. Okay. With this, you can jump very high. Thank you, old man. my jumping game is much improved. So it's a pretty cool spell. So this is our normal jump right here. Now we can jump this high, which is pretty extraordinary. But only for the screen that we're in. So these orange-dressed elderly women are usually the ones who heal your magic. While these ladies dressed in red heal your HP. In a strangely suggestive way, I might add. So there's another cave down south of here. Ooh. Which no NPC tells you about, you just have to go exploring. I believe it's either HP up or a magic up, I'm not sure. I think it's the item in this cave. So I'll do some stuff. Yeah, magic up. Nice. So the world map of Hyrule is really big, or at least it felt really big when I was a kid. And there's so many sections to this map, so many locations, and I remember just as a kid, it just felt like such a huge world. So, now with both jump and the candle, we can get through this cave, which gets us to the next section of the world map. God, this is difficult. Woo! Ah! Almost did it. Almost did it. Yeah, so there's the next spell we get it's the life spell. It's a spell you can use to heal yourself, and it's the most valuable spell you can get in this game. Yeah, we need to get our hands on that ASAP. Oh gosh, okay, hold on, I'm a shield. You mother... Jesus. Ugh, I needed to come my way. Come my way. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's a red bat up here, and red bats turn into demons. Yep, there it is. Come on, buddy. Oof. Oh, why? Oh, that's a game over. You know what? And I think that's a good place to end this session of TDC Plays. We will talk to you guys next time with some more Zelda 2.